Have you ever felt like you weren't good enough or felt like you didn't deserve your accomplishments? In today's episode, we are dissecting the topic of imposter syndrome. Welcome back to the Rules Podcast, where I teach women to become the best version of themselves with more confidence. Now, wouldn't you love that? What would you do with so much more confidence? This is episode 3, guys. We are going so strong. If you haven't listened to episode 1 and 2, well, head on to our YouTube channel at the Rules Podcast. Make sure you listen and leave an honest feedback. As I mentioned earlier, today we are talking about imposter syndrome. So if you've ever felt like your ideas and your skills weren't worth it, that feeling, that sense of insecurity is called imposter syndrome. And today I want to tell you how you can get over that nasty feeling. So some months back, I had a promotion at work, and this was something that I was really looking forward to. It finally came and I felt like I didn't deserve it. I would literally beat myself up. Like, why me? Why did I have to be the one to be promoted? Is it luck? What did I do to deserve this promotion? I felt like a fraud. So my question is, where do these feelings come from? And if I'm not wrong, I'm sure everyone at some point in their lives has dealt with this feeling of self-doubt. So how do we deal with imposter syndrome? But before I go into that, let me share with you another time that I experienced this imposter syndrome thing, okay? With this very podcast, Rules Podcast, the first episode, I recorded it last year in August. I kept procrastinating over and over again, and I kept asking myself, who is going to listen to this podcast? What do I even have to offer? Have I finished dealing with my own self-confidence? But you know what? There are people out there with less qualifications than you, less qualifications than me, doing so much more than you can imagine. So why not me? The question should be, why not me? Why am I not the one supposed to talk about self-confidence? And once I changed my perspective, girl, that was it. I just kept going, and now we are at episode 3 and going strong. The truth is, we are all trying to figure this out. No one knows it all and no one is perfect. So if you find yourself feeling insecure, unsure of who you are, of your ideas, your dreams, just know that you're not alone. And whether it's starting a business or writing a book, heck, or even starting a podcast like I have, just remember your ideas are worth it. One thing I'll add for sure is that whenever you feel like this, talking about it really helps. My husband is my go-to person when I need to rant about how I feel. And now this podcast has literally become therapy for me. I can go on and on about issues and how I feel, knowing that I am not alone and there are a she tribe of women out there who probably feel this way. And together we are going to overcome this imposter syndrome. So if you've ever dealt with imposter syndrome before, I would be so glad to hear how you dealt with it. Our DMs are open at sherules.africa on Instagram.
Just watch me breathe.